Hi, and welcome to this live reading from Black Canvas by Laura Rossi, and this is presented by Itsy Bitsy Book Bits. Prologue. I dream of waking up and being someone else, my hair, my eyes, even my voice completely different. And each time I go to the mirror to check my reflection to see what I look like, I'm her. Every time. Her. It's her reflection that stares back at me, but I'm the one who controls it. I'm in control, and that's exactly why it feels so good. I control her and what happens to me. I control both lives, mine and hers, and I have what I want the most. Her looks, her status, her marriage. There's nothing left of me, and only I know the secret. Only I know it's me inside. It's me under that perfect porcelain skin. It's me behind those sweet, smart, deep brown eyes. And I have him. He's mine, just mine now. I'm not the other woman anymore. I'm everything he needs. I can be both the wife and the whore. I'm a better version of myself and a better version of Miss Perfection. But, most importantly, I have control. I've never had control. Then my eyes open to the real world right when he's kissing me in the dream, before he can tell me I'm the love of his life and that he only thinks of me. I wonder if he lies to her like he lies to me every time we see each other. Does he tell her he loves her, and why? Why does he love her? She does nothing for him besides being her. I love you for what you do for me. Those are his words of love for me. In the moment, they mean everything, but they don't stay long. They vanish with him, with my dream. I'm jealous of what he says to her. I hate the way he looks at her. No secret meetings, no hiding, no masks to disguise ourselves. Everything is out in the open in my dream. I wonder what that would feel like to live our love out in the open. Before I wake up completely, I feel this resentment, the rage resurfaces. Would he be mine if it weren't for her? Would he have married me if it weren't for her? I start to lose control again. I want what she has. I want him. I open my eyes and stare at the ceiling for a few minutes. I have no reason to get out of bed so early. I'm alone, and I spend the first moments of my day, of each single day of my life, wondering if he's sleeping close to her, if he's breathing her scent, wondering if and when he'll call me. I have no control. He decides. He sets up our meetings. He tells me where and when. My role is to be there on time and the way he wants it, possibly naked. It's only when I get his text that I have the incentive to get up. It changes my day. I work around our meeting. I do what I have to do, and I hope time flies to the moment when I'll see him again. My whole existence revolves around him and is focused on how I can be more like her. I would do anything, doctor, anything to be her. Ivy killed herself one night in her small one-bedroom apartment that overlooked the Nivigli in Milan. Our last therapy session replays in my head every time I stop to think, on a loop. I set fire to my own torment. I've kept the recording, listened to it over and over again, searching for that hint I'd missed. I've analyzed every word, deconstructed her body language, and found nothing. Stop doing this to yourself. My friend Ursula thinks it has become an obsession for me, going back to those last moments with my patient and searching for a reason, a motive for her suicide, searching for my failure so I can say, there, that's where you messed up. You missed it. You didn't see like everyone else in her life. Why don't we ever see before it's too late? Put everything away and move on, she says to me, but she doesn't understand the responsibility I feel. You don't know what it's like, I tell her. To lose a patient, to live with guilt, sleepless night after sleepless night. To live with her, feel her seeping deeper inside my mind. You can't forget someone like Ivy, her dark soul, someone who's lived two lives at once. What mask are you wearing today, Doc? She'd always ask the same thing on entering my office, a smile twitching nervously on her lips, never reaching her eyes. She was so used to wearing a mask, being someone else, and I wonder if she'd got lost in her world, overwhelmed by the weight of her secret life. What mask were you wearing, Ivy? She gave up on life at 25. 25. I dream about her last thoughts, wondering if she'd regretted her decision the split second she'd jumped off that stool, or if she'd finally felt that sense of control she'd been chasing over the past year. Dying being the only decision she thought she could make for herself. He'd miss me if I left. That means something, right? He needs me, like I need him. Perhaps this had been her way of punishing him for not loving her enough. Perhaps this had been her way of punishing herself for not being good enough, for not being perfect like her. Her obsession, the other woman, the wife. And in a way, intended or not, she punished me too. I didn't help her the way she deserved. I failed her. Oh, one day I'll just disappear. I'll take all my stuff and leave without telling him where I'm going. I'll leave such a mark in his life he'll regret letting me go. I want to change his life, show him how miserable it is without me. One day, Doctor, I'll make it so he won't stop thinking of me every day. I'll punish him, punish them both. I wonder if she succeeded, if she's all he can think of, if her absence has changed his life in any way. It changed mine. I took a break from work and destroyed my marriage. I now question everything I know. I'm not myself anymore. They say it will pass. I'm still waiting. Ivy lives in my mind.